NEET exam question paper leak. That specific person took it to the next level. Corruption is generally the root cause of unemployment to enrich them. Again, state level. Hello everyone, welcome back to another topic discussions. So today's topic is education reformation, NEET PSC. I do not know much, thought I should share my 2 cents of knowledge here. Not because it could make any difference, just because many people were asking me, in the sense the country, home country, okay? I don't know much about this specific topic. When I researched and when I tried, whatever I listened through the news and a bit of the things that I evaluated, these things are just based on that. Nothing concrete, whatever I could evaluate, I'm just sharing it here. About this specific NEET exam question paper leak, what I understand is that it's some corrupt individuals. Some were smart and only a couple of them would have got the questions and it could have been limited to a couple of people. But I think there was one person who was not so smart and was a little greedy compared to the other people. And then that specific person took it to the next level, wherein the question papers were reached to a lot more people than how it was supposed to be initially. But whatever the corruption or the wrongdoings of whoever, the small number of people or the large number of people, the mistakes has happened and they have to be brought to justice. There is no doubt about it. So this is what I understood from what I was listening to. Corruption is generally the root cause of all the problems in any society. So what can be done for corruption? See, in corporate, whenever we are whenever we are trying to bring in change, we always put in a specific, we always anticipate there will be some problems. We always anticipate there will be some amount of corruption, because as we all of us are aware, no human being is 100% perfect. No human being can live a life of sainthood wherein they do not lie, wherein they do not cheat, wherein they, we can give a perception or it may be a utopian definition or a characteristic definition to a human being. But in real life, there is nothing called like a perfect human being or a perfect system or a perfect organization or a perfect country. In actual real world scenario, that does not exist, which we are, all of us are aware. So whenever in corporates, when we are bringing about change, we always give certain amount of lineage or leverage, saying that, not lineage, leverage, to expect some kind of corruption to happen. And like office politics, office gossips, again, we cannot eliminate it, because at the end of the day, we are dealing with human beings coming from various backgrounds, various thinking capacities, various educational backgrounds, countries, cultures. People amalgamate from or come together to form a company or a system or a state from different backgrounds. So we have to consider the human being and human nature into implementation of any system. So what I'm trying to say is that there is always a leverage of error in every system that is being implemented. Okay, so the minimum or the least amount of errors or mistakes happen, we give a better credit to that kind of organization or that kind of systems. So we cannot bring about a system or a setup which is 100% perfect. As far as my knowledge and whatever I have learned in academically, there is nothing which is 100% error proof. But the least amount of errors happen, that is the best system. So from this, we can try our best to eradicate corruption, and that has to come from individual point of view and probably stricter laws, like if we can bring about laws that force people not to commit any crimes in their jobs or positions, I think we can reduce the amount of corruption and wrongdoings in these kind of academic setups. Another thing what I found is that unemployment, when a country is booming with population, I believe the country is young. So the financial capacity in our societies is huge, right? The rich people are there, a lot of rich people are there, and the richness is much larger compared to a poor population. Still, there is a huge number of people in our country who are living a lot of poverty. So we have to consider those people as well. Aim as a system or as a country is to bring about a social system where these people who are below the poverty line or in poverty are brought about education and employment is the basic, at least, that we can give to our citizens to enrich them to live or lead a better lives. To tackle unemployment, what I understand is that whether in the central level or in the state levels, there are so many job opportunities which are not being able to be filled. due to various reasons. Being a person from the recruitment background, I would always say that if there is a proper recruitment system, you can curb a couple of, like when I saw there were around 2 lakhs of positions which are being rolled out by the central government, and probably thousands of positions in the state level which requires placement. So if you have a proper recruitment system, at least the existing positions can be filled in a proper manner. Again, state level, I've got nothing to say, seriously. Moreover, I'm not much aware of, I understand the problem, but I choose not to in the bureaucracy. If the leadership is clean, the whole, the whole system is clean to a larger extent. Maybe there can be 1 or 2 things which is not working. Okay, I'm not going to say anything now, anything more now. That's all I've got to say. Now, regarding the education system, yes, I believe right now, I believe in the leaders. I believe in the decisions of the people. We have wonderful systems and we need proper implementation.